Hello, my friends. Hey, are you ready to grow? Guess what happened this month? Our family grew a little bit. All right? Yeah, we have a new member of our family. Isaiah and his wife Hannah have a new puppy. I hope that's what you thought I was going to say. Yes, they have a new puppy, and his name is Warren Clifford Carney. All right. And so I was talking about him because in our lesson today, we're going to talk about some sheep. And I was watching Warren Clifford the other day, and he reminded me a little bit of sheep. All right. He's a puppy, he's young. He needs to grow up a little bit. But he was out and he was on his leash and he was all tangled up. And Hannah would have to run down and untangle him. And then he started to eat anything that was on the ground. And Hannah and Isaiah would have to go down there and help him out and say, no, don't eat this. He had to learn. He had to follow Hannah and Isaiah because he didn't know what he was doing. He was kind of a mess, but I love him so much. He's so cute. If you guys, I hope I'll get a picture and put him on Instagram and show you. He's the sweetest little pup, but he really needs to grow up. And he needs to learn some things, right? Just like we do. Well, I have a little devotion here. It's from Hope for Each Day, written by Billy Graham. He's a man who did grow up, and he taught a lot of people about the Lord. And so this little devotion, it talks about following and learning by following. All right? And it's called The Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. Now wait, that's not just about following, that's about giving his life. All right. Sheep can't take care of themselves, just like Warren, right? Without someone looking after them, they'd eat pasture grasses down to the bare ground. They'd start eating the dirt. I think I saw Warren doing that the other day. They would drink dirty water and become prey for wild animals. They need a protector, right? Warren is just a little puppy. He needed a protector. If he went to a big dog park and there was this tiny little puppy and there's big dogs, he'd need protection too. Do you ever feel like the tiny little person that needs protection? Yeah, I do too. Sheep are easily upset, frightened, and distracted. They don't know how to find their way back to the flock if they wander off. Have you ever felt lost? Have you ever felt like you're out there and you don't know where to go? Maybe not lost physically, like you're staying close to your parents, but does your mind ever wander and you feel a little lost? You're not sure where to go? All right. Jesus is our good shepherd. The Bible says we are his people, the sheep of his pasture. That comes from Psalm 100. He takes care of us like a shepherd cares for his sheep. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. So if Jesus is our shepherd, he laid down his life for us when he gave his life on the cross, right? He came to earth when he was up in heaven, glorious up in heaven, and he chose to come down for you and for me to give his life. But while he was here, he was teaching us, and he was teaching the disciples. We're going to be talking a lot about that over this next month and a half, right? On Sundays and even in these devotions, we're talking about how Jesus came to earth and he taught the disciples who now are moving forward and teaching us. Who are the disciples? You and me now, right? We're learning to teach other people. But how do we do that if we don't follow, right? We're like the sheep. We need to follow the shepherd. And we know that we can because he laid down his life for us. Let me read this last little part. Like a shepherd guards his sheep, Jesus guards us. He never runs away when we have a problem. Did you know that? Did you know that you could go to Jesus at any time with any problem, even the ones that are kind of embarrassing, even the ones where we know we did wrong, right? We still could come to Jesus. He's there, arms open wide, ready to teach us, ready to guide us. He's already laid down his life for us and paid for the sins, paid for the things that we did wrong. He knows each of us by name and calls us so we can follow him. And Jesus gave his life to save us. Because we belong to Jesus, the Good Shepherd, we can be secure and at rest. We don't have to worry. We don't have to think about all our problems. We could bring them to him, every single one of them. And when we do, we grow more. When we do follow the Good Shepherd, we learn more. We become disciples of him. We can serve him and we can love him. I love you guys. I hope you love Jesus so much, and I hope that you'll grow and learn along with me. I'll see you next week.